And now we're going to get into the weekly recap. Today I'm going to have Mr. Executive Producer Terry the Great help us out with the weekly recap. Late Sunday night, a fire displaced 7 people in Victorville. The fire broke out around 9 p.m. at a residence in the 1300 block of Aurora Avenue. Arriving units found the garage of a 2-story home fully engulfed in flames. The residents were out of the home as firefighters arrived. 2 people were transported to an area hospital due to this fire. The cause of the fire is under investigation.
There was numerous 911 calls reporting explosions, reporting people screaming, and possibly victims still trapped in the house. Everyone was out prior to arrival. Unfortunately, we did have a couple injuries. One is a serious life-threatening injury transported locally, and the other one is a minor injury. There were 7 occupants displaced, and we have Red Cross assisting them.
A 53-year-old woman died after she was pulled out of a smoky house fire in the Leimert Park area of South Los Angeles. The fire was reported late Sunday at the 3700 block of South Edgefield Drive. Light smoke was showing from the single-family home when firefighters arrived. Upon entering the structure, they found a fire out with heavy, cold smoke in the house. The blaze had burned an overstuffed couch. The woman who resided in the house was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead.
We have Anaheim gas station barricade. Anaheim police responded to the mobile gas station located at the 1200 North block of State College Boulevard. According to the manager of the business, police were looking for a man for a crime that occurred nearby. The man entered the business, locked himself in the bathroom, and called police on himself. When officers arrived, the subject did not comply with officers and refused to open the door. The subject, who appeared to be under the influence, thought the police were not real cops. Those are real handcuffs. The subject attempted to start a fire inside the restrooms. Officers were able to make entry into the bathroom, and officers deployed 3 separate tasers in an effort to subdue the suspect. Officers used a fire extinguisher to extinguish what was described as a small fire. The suspect was transported to a local hospital to be evaluated.
City of Riverside Fire Department, along with Cal Fire, Riverside County Fire, responded to reports of a tree fire at the Riverside-Colton border. The fire was reported on Center Street, just west of Orange Street. The first arriving engine company reported a small homeless encampment well involved with fire. Firefighters made a quick fire attack and contained the fire to the encampment, preventing it from spreading to a nearby business. It appears a warming fire may have spread to a mattress and other objects in the encampment as overnight temperatures dropped to the mid-40s. A male adult suffered unknown burn injuries in the fire.
All right, here we go. We got a story that I shot. Arriving authorities found a victim dead on the shoulder of the 405 freeway in Lawndale. After reports, he or she jumped from a moving taxi in the slow lane. Only the number 4 lane was shut down at the moment, but CHP did call for a hard closure in the closure of Redondo Beach Boulevard North on-ramp. The victim was hit by an unknown number of vehicles, but it was a big rig that tossed the victim to the number 4 lane shoulder, actually next to the, from the 4 lane to the shoulder where he was found dead. We got a Studio City water main here. Water could be seen gushing out of the 1200 block of Hoffman Street in Studio City. Large pieces of rocks could be seen scattered across the street. Part of the street, located just west of the CBS Radford Studios, had been elevated by several inches. LA DWP crews closed off a portion of the street. Victor shot this. Thank you, Victor. Next up, we're going to have some Valley Village rain. I shot this in Valley Village. Was it early Thursday morning? It was going to be... Where'd this happen? This was on Laurel Canyon in between Riverside and the 101 freeway. Speaking of the 101 freeway, we had a crash at Sherman Oaks just north of Woodman over by the Westfield Mall. Driver rear-ended somebody, ran off the side of the road and was stuck in traffic, and it was raining. Speed and rain was possibly a cause of this accident.
All overnight snow footage was shot between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. as snow stopped falling around 11 p.m. in the Big Bear City area. This was shot by Mike.
Yep, he shot this Thursday morning, and then he stayed there. Mike decided not to go home. He decided to hang out in the snow, and he also gave us some day footage, which will be right up here in a second.
The snow started back up as soon as the sun came up in Big Bear, and footage was shot along Highway 18 from Running Springs to Big Bear Lake as plows were out in force trying to clear the roads as snow continued to fall into the mid-morning hours. Local residents were also out shoveling several inches of fresh snow from driveways and walkways. Mountain roads are icy and chains are required on Highway 18 and State Road 38 on all non-four-wheel drive vehicles. Please be careful out there if you're heading into the mountains.
And that is the weekly recap.